you're saying a Denzel kind of intensity. I mean, think about what you're saying there. So you can see him saying, I can see you playing basketball at Pelican Bay. We talking
not
about
them words.
No, see. And this is what the side thing. That's what I hate about conversation with people and shit. It's like, you said intensity. So I'm thinking intensity.
Okay, I get you.
You know, like.
Yes, I think he can. I saw him in, what's that movie with Chadwick Boseman? Five Bloods?
Dog, listen, that nigga, him and Denzel is like, so he can do some shit like fences.
No, I'm not saying like, now. I'm saying I feel like he has that potential to get to that level. I think he's really good where he is right now. But mind you, Denzel had way many years into this before than he does.
I'm saying Denzel been pretty much the fucking same since he started this shit. Like, if you go back and watch his older movies,
yeah,
like
Pelican Brief,
when he was
Philadelphia,
the principal and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jonathan Majors has his own intensity and shit. Like, just the little subtle nuances and shit. Like when he was doing the Kane the Conqueror shit, when he was talking to Loken and shit. Like, the nigga was eating the apple while he delivering his nefarious ass.
Yeah, right.
Little shit like that. Like, I can't compare him to Denzel.
Maybe not saying
Denzel is Denzel.
Well, let me take this. Well, let me explain what I mean. I don't think he's on Denzel's level, but I'm saying one of those. As far as I want to say, one of those great actors that I like and I admire, and I like their movies, and I can really get into them. I can get into the characters and what's happening more. It grabs my attention. I put him in that category. Is what I'm saying for me. Not the same person, but in that category. And it's very rare for me that I like a lot of films with black actors that are intense or that can really captivate the audience. And I feel like he has that ability, just like I feel Denzel has that ability.
No, he's good. I'm just saying, like, I don't see him having Denzel like intensity. I just see like him having his own, like, he's gonna be like great. Yeah. I'm just saying his own, like, his delivery is his delivery. That shit's fire. Yeah. Like,
it works for him.
Like, everybody is like how Jim Carrey can like go from being goofy and shit
to being serious,
and then he can mix the two and still make it menacing. I.e., the fucking Riddler from Batman and what was it, Batman and Robin, when he played the Riddler and shit.
Numbers.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying I'm using this as an example specifically. I'm saying where he's being goofy and still menacing at the same time and shit. When he played the Riddler and shit, he was goofy, but the nigga was still menacing at the same time. It's like, damn, that's weird. Like, I don't know. It's just everybody. I'm sad to say everybody has their own like intensity. When it comes to intensity, I can't compare that with actors and shit. It's like, I don't know. Jonathan Major, he's gonna go far and shit. Depending on what he do with this Marvel shit, I want to see what he do as a bad guy. Yeah, that's gonna be the deciding factor and shit.
Like, I'm hearing all these. I'm hearing Kane, and I've heard his name mentioned since the Loki show a lot in a lot of these different shows. So I just like how it's all supposed to be playing together and playing a piece. That's why I love watching the Marvel movies, because it plays into it and it's interesting to me. It really catches my attention. Yeah. I don't know what they was doing with Morbius at the end that really did not make a lot of sense to me. Like, it really didn't.
My bootleg copy didn't have anything, so I don't care either.
And I'm like, it's like a portal opened up, and I guess that was around the time when people disappeared. When Thanos snapped his fingers. Because the nigga who played in the...
That was around the time.
Is that not what it is?
No. That had to be when he in the Spider-Man last movie, when he cracked that shit open.
No. Listen, y'all both wrong. So it couldn't have been what you're talking about, because the Thanos snap had nothing to do with the Sony universe. The Thanos snap is the MCU. Okay. Morbius, the first Venom movie, the second Venom movie, Spider-Man and the Amazing Spider-Man. Those movies are part of Sony's universe. Even the other two original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. That's all Sony. Okay. The MCU, that's completely different. That's with what's the little British kid name that's playing Spider-Man now?
Tom Holland.
That's that's the MCU Spider-Man.
Okay.
So that's who that Thanos snap affected and shit.
Okay.
And it's not what you're talking about, because in the Spider-Man movie, that only affected people that knew Peter was Spider-Man. How could Morbius or anything know that was Spider-Man? Plus, the only thing that affected was it sent Eddie Brock to the MCU for a hot second. Then he went back, because that was some contractual shit between the two studios.
Okay.
And they left a little bit of symbiote in the MCU. So boom, now the MCU has their own symbiote and Venom and shit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I want to see more. I need to know more. It's like a rabbit hole. It's really like going down a rabbit hole.
I be bored and just doing this shit. This shit all fucking day.
Well, I appreciate y'all being on the show. We gonna end this with a little sci-hi.
Here we go.
Sci-hi to Prince.
And when I die, I'm going back to the heavens I fell from. I fell from. Back to the heavens I fell from. Sadell Young, they feel me in Belgium. And when I die, I'm going back to the heavens I fell from. Back to the heavens I fell from. Yeah, back to the heavens I fell from. My father named me Sadell. My mama pushed out a diamond. Took the Dell off my name and put the H.I. behind it. That's C.Y. H.I. short for your highness. Then I added the Prince, so you know what my mind is. My sister asked me when I'm gon' get married, when it's affordable to get my wife 6 carats. Supposed to have a brother, but my mother had a miscarriage. So every blessing he was supposed to get, I inherited. I really wanted to be an athlete, so it's the Olympics every time me in the track meet. I'm so ahead of my time, I'm finna lap me. I know the Lord is thy shepherd, though I'm the black sheep. I ain't gotta act street, you can ask V. It was nothing to get off a key like a whack beat. I hit the gas, let the lack creep. My partner ride shotgun, same thing was in the backseat. I ain't worried about niggas saying I'm whack, cause when I was in the trap, some niggas really tried to whack me. Y'all don't really know the feeling. Prince ain't from Queens, but I seen Supreme dope dealing. King P and shit, in this ring is no squilling. This